Hey everyone, something I haven't covered in a little while are pieces from the novels. Well, today we're going to go back to one of my favorite episodes novel, Return of the Jedi, written by James Caan in 1983. As most of us know, this is where Luke is now a Jedi Knight and defeats his father to face the Emperor. As Luke was shocked by Darth Sidious's unbearable Force lightning, Vader finally was truly killed and Anakin broke free from his chains, saving his son at the hands of his own life. With the death of the Emperor, Luke pulled his father as far as he could to an Imperial shuttle, however, stopping right here at the base of it to catch his breath. What we'll cover in this video is one of the most emotional scenes between father and son in the entire Star Wars saga, in my opinion. And that's when Vader is unmasked to reveal the Anakin Skywalker that has been living inside the Sith Lord for over 20 years. What were his thoughts as Luke pulled his mask off? What did he see? What did he feel? Did he remember his masters? His betrayal? That will all be answered in the following few pieces that I've selected and combined for today's video. Here we go. It was a face that had not seen itself in 20 years. Vader saw his son crying and knew it must have been at the horror of the face that the boy beheld. It intensified momentarily, Vader's own sense of anguish to his crimes. Now, the added guilt at the imagined repugnance of his appearance. But then this brought him to mind of the way he used to look, striking and grand with a wry tilt to his brow that hinted of invincibility, and took in all of life with a wink. Yes, that was how he'd once looked. And this memory brought a wave of other memories with it. Memories of brotherhood and home, his dear wife, the freedom of deep space, Obi-Wan, his friend, and how that friendship had turned he knew not how, but got injected nonetheless, with someone carrying virulence that festered until, hold, these were memories he wanted none of, not now. Memories of molten lava crawling up his back. No, this boy had pulled him from that pit. Here, now, with this act, this boy was good. The boy was good, and the boy had come from him. So there must have been good in him, too. He smiled up again at his son, and for the first time, loved him. And for the first time in many long years, loved himself again as well. He focused on Luke once again, and saw his son crying. He wanted to make it all right for Luke. He wanted Luke to know he wasn't really ugly like this, not deep inside, not altogether. With a little self-deprecatory smile, he shook his head at Luke, explaining away the unsightly beast his son saw. Luminous beings are we, Luke, not this crude matter. So as Vader and Luke exchanged their last few words, Anakin Skywalker did finally die in peace, fulfilling the Jedi prophecy. Now, while this is just around 6 pages of what he felt and even smelled when he took the mask off, I can cover those smaller details at another time. Did anyone catch the last line Vader said to Luke that we never got to see in the films, unfortunately? He quoted something Yoda had told him, and later, Luke as well. The line about luminous beings, and that we are not this crude matter. Once he remembered what he used to look like, it brought over a wave of good memories of who he used to be, the relationships that he had with Obi-Wan and Padme, and of course, Yoda. Full of guilt and regret, the good that he sensed in Luke brought Anakin back partially because he understood that if the boy was good, and he created the boy, then by equation he must be partially good as well. It's a bit flawed, I know, after everything that he did, but he was right in a sense. The good did still flow through him. As he remembered all of this, he looked up at Luke, and then smiled. And the smile he emitted before his last breath, that one that we saw on screen, was him coming to terms with his past, and loving himself once again, granting him the ascension into the next realm to return as a Force ghost. Now, how he returns as a Force ghost is a video that I've done before, and I can cover one day again if you like, but it was essentially where Obi-Wan reached out to him in his last few breaths and instructed him on how to transfer his consciousness into the Force itself, so that he could continue his journey as a ghost. I wonder if we'll see him in The Last Jedi. I really hope so, and from what rumors lead me to believe, is that we will. Watching this scene just makes things a little more emotional now that we know just exactly what he was thinking the whole time, doesn't it? I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Everyone throw it a like if you want some more like this, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.